The mystery of the missing time capsule. Once upon a time, in a small town called Millfield, the residents decided to create a time capsule to commemorate their history and culture. The capsule was filled with various items, including photographs, documents, and personal mementos, and buried in a park with a plaque that read to be opened in 50 years. Years passed, and the town grew and changed, but the time capsule remained buried, waiting to be opened. However, when the 50th anniversary of the capsule's burial arrived, the townspeople discovered that the capsule was missing. The park was searched, and the police were called, but no one could find any trace of the time capsule. The town was in an uproar, with everyone wondering who could have taken the capsule and why. One person who was particularly affected by the disappearance was a young girl named Sarah. She had always been fascinated by the town's history and had contributed a few items to the capsule herself. Determined to solve the mystery, Sarah began investigating the disappearance of the time capsule. She started by talking to everyone in town who had been around when the capsule was buried, hoping to uncover any clues or leads. As she interviewed people, Sarah discovered that there had been some controversy surrounding the time capsule's burial. Some people had objected to its contents, and there were rumors that someone had dug it up shortly after it was buried and removed some items. Sarah's investigation led her to the local historical society, where she discovered some intriguing information. It turned out that a group of teenagers had indeed dug up the time capsule shortly after it was buried, but they claimed that they had only removed a few items that they felt were inappropriate. They insisted that they had put everything back in the capsule and reburied it. However, Sarah wasn't convinced. She had a feeling that there was more to the story. She kept digging, talking to people and gathering information, until she finally stumbled upon a clue that led her to a secluded area of the park. There, she found the missing time capsule. It had been partially dug up and then abandoned, with some of its contents scattered around. Sarah realized that someone had attempted to steal the capsule, but had been interrupted and forced to abandon it. With the help of the police, Sarah was able to piece together the story. It turned out that a group of treasure hunters had heard rumors that the time capsule contained valuable items, and had decided to dig it up and steal its contents. They had almost succeeded, but had been caught in the act and fled, leaving the time capsule behind. The townspeople were overjoyed to have the time capsule back, and the missing items were returned to their rightful place. Sarah was hailed as a hero for solving the mystery and preserving the town's history. The time capsule was finally opened, and its contents were shared with the community. As they looked through the photographs and documents, the townspeople realized that the real treasure wasn't the items themselves, but the memories and stories that they represented. They were reminded of their shared history and culture, and of the importance of preserving it for future generations. And so, the mystery of the missing time capsule was finally solved, and the town of Millfield was able to continue its proud tradition of celebrating its history and culture. Sarah learned a valuable lesson about the power of determination and perseverance, and about the importance of preserving the past for the future. As they walked through the park, the group noticed that there were no signs of a struggle or any indication that someone had broken into the time capsule. It was as if it had simply vanished into thin air. The police arrived on the scene, and the investigation began. They searched the area thoroughly, but they couldn't find any clues as to what had happened. The group was devastated that their precious memories and artifacts had disappeared without a trace. The news of the missing time capsule spread quickly, and soon the whole town was buzzing with speculation. Some people thought it was a prank, while others believed it was an act of vandalism or theft. The town's mayor even offered a reward for any information that could lead to the recovery of the time capsule. Days turned into weeks, and the search for the missing time capsule continued. The group had almost given up hope when one day, a mysterious letter arrived in the mail. It was postmarked from an unknown location and had no return address. The letter contained a clue that led the group to a deserted warehouse on the outskirts of town. As they approached the building, they could see that it was run down and abandoned, with broken windows and a rusty metal door. Despite their fears, the group ventured inside the warehouse, following the clue from the letter. They searched the building from top to bottom, and finally, they found the missing time capsule hidden behind a pile of crates. The group was overjoyed to have found their time capsule, but they were also puzzled by the strange circumstances surrounding its disappearance. They carefully examined the contents of the capsule, but everything was intact and undisturbed. There was no explanation for why it had gone missing in the first place. As they were leaving the warehouse, they were stopped by a strange man who had been lurking in the shadows. He introduced himself as a private investigator and claimed to have been hired by a secret organization to find the time capsule. The man revealed that the time capsule contained a valuable item that the organization had been searching for. He offered to buy it from the group for a large sum of money, but they refused. They didn't trust the man and didn't want to sell their memories and artifacts to a stranger. As the group left the warehouse, they couldn't help but wonder who the mysterious man was and what he wanted with their time capsule. They knew that they had stumbled upon something bigger than they had ever imagined, and they were determined to get to the bottom of the mystery. They began to investigate the man and the secret organization he worked for, using all of their skills and resources. They uncovered a web of deceit and corruption that led all the way to the highest levels of government. The group realized that their time capsule had been caught up in a dangerous game of power and greed. They knew that they had to act fast to protect themselves and their memories from those who would use them for their own gain. In the end, they were able to expose the corruption and bring the culprits to justice. The missing time capsule became a symbol of their fight for truth and justice, and the group was hailed as heroes in their town. They learned that sometimes the most valuable things in life are not material possessions, but the memories and experiences that shape who we are. The missing time capsule had reminded them of this, and they vowed to cherish their memories and protect them at all costs. They went back to the town hall to retrieve the time capsule, only to find out that it was missing. The town hall staff had no idea where it could have gone. The group of friends was shocked and disappointed, wondering who could have taken it. Determined to solve the mystery, they decided to split up and search for any clues that could lead them to the missing time capsule. Jenna and Noah decided to start their investigation by interviewing the town hall staff, while Alex and Olivia went to search the surrounding areas for any signs of the missing capsule. Jenna and Noah asked the town hall staff if they had noticed anything suspicious or if anyone had been asking about the time capsule. But the staff had no information that could help them in their search. Meanwhile, Alex and Olivia searched through the nearby woods and fields, hoping to find any clues. As they searched, Alex and Olivia found a small, intricately designed key lying in the grass. They immediately realized that it was a clue and decided to follow its lead. The key led them to a hidden door in the town's old library, which was supposed to have been locked for years. With trepidation, they pushed open the door, which creaked loudly, revealing a dark and musty room. Inside, they found a dusty bookshelf with a book missing from the center. They searched the room further and found the missing book hidden under a pile of old newspapers. Inside the book, they found a cryptic message that read, "Find the key to time and you'll find the time capsule." Alex and Olivia were excited but confused. What key were they supposed to find? They decided to regroup with Jenna and Noah to share their discovery and come up with a plan to decipher the cryptic message. As they discussed the message, Jenna remembered that her grandfather had told her about a secret key that was hidden somewhere in the town. He had never revealed its location, but Jenna was certain that he had left a clue behind. Jenna rummaged through her grandfather's old belongings and found an old map of the town. It had a small, faded mark that indicated a hidden location. The four friends immediately recognized the mark as the location of the town's old clock tower. Excited, they set off to the clock tower, hoping to find the missing key. Upon arriving at the tower, they noticed that the clock face was broken, and it had stopped working. Alex remembered that the old clock used to work using a pendulum and gears, and he immediately set to work to fix it. With his mechanical expertise, Alex was able to repair the clock, and it started ticking once again. The sound of the ticking became louder and louder until they heard a loud click. Suddenly, a secret compartment opened, revealing a small golden key. They knew that they had found the key to time. The friends rushed back to the town hall with the key, and with bated breath, they inserted it into the lock of the missing time capsule. The capsule opened, and inside they found a letter from the town's founder, a map of the town, and several other historical artifacts. As they read the letter and examined the artifacts, they realized the importance of preserving their town's history. They decided to create a new time capsule with their own artifacts and letters for future generations to discover. With the mystery solved and a new time capsule created, the four friends felt a sense of accomplishment and pride in their town's history. They had learned the importance of preserving the past and looked forward to the future with renewed appreciation for their town and its rich heritage.